The Joe Rogan Experience.
I don't know what the woo thing is that's happened in the last couple of years. Woo! Like it's just like, and the whole crowd starts. It's like
they just get excited.
But that's new. That's like I wasn't around a long time ago.
It's probably some soccer thing. They probably stole it from soccer.
And then like woo, it's like animals answering each other at some point. It's like you got motherfuckers, you know what I mean, communicating with the woos.
Dude, I never even thought of that. That's so true. The woo, that's a new thing.
Yeah, and, I mean the last few years,
last 5 or 6 years, right? What do you think? Was that
I feel like it started when it's, you know what? When's the first time it popped up down south, like a Kentucky or a North Carolina? That's when I feel like I heard it first. Like,
you know, that might be Ric Flair. That might be a Ric Flair.
It might be a Ric Flair? Is that what that is? Oh, yeah. Dude, that would make a lot. Now you fucking solved the mystery for me. That would make sense if we can get some confirmation on that somehow.
Someone asked this question on Reddit. If someone says you've been talking about Ric Flair so much that they might have picked it up from you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if that's right.
What if this is some bizarro moment where it all connected? Like, oh, shit, I started that.
Listen, guys like that are important to America. The guy's he's such a character. In his prime with his suits. Jet flying, alligator wearing.
I was a WCW guy, man, and Ric Flair was the man.
Dude, he's a character that made his way into... What, 1,000 rap songs? How many rap songs have Ric Flair?
Dude, there's a whole hip hop subculture involved with wrestling. Like, I mean, there's like these cats that I'm actually fans of, West Side Gun and Conway and this kid Benny. They got this record label called Griselda, but the West Side Gun kid is like a fucking wrestling fanatic. Like he's like involved. I think he's involved with like the WWE, like doing merch and stuff like that, because I see him putting shit together that's like definitely got to be licensed. So, but like, it's this whole subculture of like this of wrestling and hip hop going on right now.
Wrestling has definitely made its way into stand up too now. You know, they have this podcast, The Store Horsemen, where they all just talk about pro wrestling. A bunch of comics, Tony Hinchcliffe and these comics. Who's on that Store Horseman? Jeremiah Watkins, right? Who else? No, he's not. I'm giving out fake news.
Fake news.
That's fake news. But
what's not fake news is this is delicious, by the way.
It's very good.
It's delicious.
Buffalo Trace.
I ain't mad at it.
This company's from 1773, son. They started in 1773.
Like
Did you know that they sold whiskey during Prohibition for medicinal purposes?
Of course they did.
I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't, but I'm not shocked at all.
So this company kept making whiskey all through the Prohibition.
Legally, you're saying?
Legally, yeah, for medicine. So people that, need a little medicine.
I just got a slew of new whiskeys
for the
birthday.
It's Tony Hinchcliffe, Johnny Skirtis, Matt Edgar, Josh Martin. That's right. I hope I said Skirtis' last name right. Is that right? Did I say it?
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Anyway, so comics are really into pro wrestling too. They even go live. These dorks. They fly out to like WrestleMania and they go in the audience. They live stream everything. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. It's become like it's become a thing that people like to do, like to go to these big wrestling events and groups of people, whether it's musicians or rappers, hip hop or stand-ups. They're going like
for sure,
experiencing it together.
Exactly. It's like the concert experience.
Why are rappers so obsessed with Ric Flair?
Because he's got like 40 Rolexes. Because he's Ric Flair.
That one famous rant that he went on: limousine riding, jet flying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that kind
of
shit.
And they were all 8 when that happened.
Yeah,
and they saw that. Yes, that's everything I want in the universe.
You see him now. I mean, the guy still gets love everywhere he goes. Like I did in my special where I said, Ric Flair, and then I put the microphone out to the audience. The audience goes, woo! Like,
dude, you started that shit then, dude. You started the woo.
I don't think I did. I think it was already going on. I think everybody appreciates this guy. It's like as you get old, we can't play this, right? We'll get in trouble. But this is as you get older, you see things like this, you appreciate them for what they're like. You could think they're cheesy when you're young, but then as you get older, you go, no, that's fucking awesome. The fact that guy is this
those
tank
glasses are
with
amazing,
this beautiful golden mullet with those crazy sunglasses, saying all this nutty shit.
Big old pinky ring,
dude. Man, that's an artist. The guy's an artist. Look at it.
That's the male soap opera forever since back when we were children, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I was a kid, it was Bob Backlund and Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Iron Sheik.
I don't know if you could have really grown up in America as a little boy and not had a phase at some point where you interacted with one of these wrestling organizations, WCW or WWF, when I was growing up.
And if you were like one of those kids that's really into like alt music and indie groups, you know, you would go for some like fucking Killer Kowalski shit. You would go
Undertaker.
Yeah. You would try to find some people that were off the beaten path. Like, do you know about this wrestling organization? Because there's a bunch of like weird little tiny ones.
When House of Pain was early on, but we were already experiencing pretty good success. Like ECW had formed, the Crazy Extreme Championship Wrestling. I think that's what it stood for. Out of Philadelphia, and they invited us to a bunch. And it was the first time I ever really. And I know it had happened before, but their whole show was about cats cutting their faces open and bleeding during matches and shit. It was insanity, man. And they had packed houses. I mean, I think dude bought it up. Like Vince McMahon bought it up, and the guy who owned it or ran it became one of the characters within it. I believe. It's been a long time. I'm old now. I'm 50.